Welcome to the Quietest Ones in the Room with your host, Trey. Just the fact that you have clicked on to this episode and you are listening to the sound of my voice, you by far are the most intelligent people on the face of the planet. So once again, thank you for joining me. It has been some time, ladies and gentlemen. I had to take a break. I had to take a break to gather myself. I had gone 134 episodes strong. Now we're at number 135. I took a break right before the 4th of July because I felt it was necessary. I looked at this year and I said to myself, January, February, March, April, May, June, it's been a long time. I need to take a break. And in fact, what had happened was I started to look at the analytics and I realized a lot started to happen with my traction on YouTube. In May, I had an incredible month, my best month of the year, and it's all thanks to you guys. But then June was my worst month in terms of interaction, and I started to think through what were some of the things that I might have been making mistakes on as it pertains to creating content on YouTube. Because you don't want to miss opportunities, especially when you're gaining traction. And I felt like maybe I had made some content and I had just done too much in terms of not being as raw and more of myself. So I had to take a step back from my content and figure out if I was making content that was more true to myself, or if I was just following some type of trend, or if I might have been expressing things in the wrong way. So I really had to take a deeper dive. And I feel like I figured out some of the missteps that I was making. And I even know right now, me making this video, some people that used to watch my channel may never return. And in fact, I am certain that this video alone may not get as much traction as any of the videos that I've done previously, but I guarantee this is my most important video to date, because I thought about something that I really wanted to talk about, and it's something that I believe is necessary. But before I do, I just want to make mention, how crazy has the week been? We had the Diddy trial. We had new information come out about Epstein, all within the same week. And these two individuals have been comparable in many people's minds. So how interesting that with the Diddy case, he's not charged for the greater crimes, but for the lesser crimes. And with Epstein, they're saying that new information comes out suggesting that he didn't have a client list and so on and so on. You can look into all that, but I just say I know that that's something that people have been paying attention to, along with on the 4th of July, President Donald Trump got the big, beautiful bill passed. And the noise that I've heard about the bill leading up to was chaotic. But now that it's been signed into action, it's amazing the different takes on this bill. I mean, we're talking about, in this bill, you have no taxes on tips. And now there's questions about what that actually means. You have no taxes on overtime. You have Social Security benefits that seemingly help people. You have businesses that get to maintain taxes that have helped them over the years. You have the risk of people losing Medicare. So you have so much going on in this bill, and I think that there's so much to learn about it and how it's really going to impact the economy. So I'm going to stay tuned into it, and I'm going to continue to bring any videos regarding what I realize about the bill over time to shed some light on it and bring my perspective. Now I want to get into what has been on my mind. So I've been talking to a few of the individuals in my life who at different times have seen successes and failures. And I want to talk about a phrase I've realized is probably, no, not probably, it's the number one phrase that keeps you broke. And this isn't some pseudoscience or anything. This is what I have observed throughout my life. And I know when I say it, you're going to understand. If you're at this point in your life, or if you've been at this point in your life where you've been broke. The number one phrase is, I don't have it. Let me say it again. The number one phrase that keeps you broke, that indicates that you are broke, is, I don't have it. And as long as you keep that in your lexicon, you will not come out the funk. You have to change the I don't have it to let me check. And for anyone who has been in a period in their life where they don't have any money, they know exactly what I mean. You have to go from I don't have it to let me check, let me see, let me get back to you. Because that phrase, I don't have it, when you continually use that, it is a warning sign that you are giving to yourself that you are not where you need to be. And look, I've been there. Many people have been there. And the only way that we've come out of it is to put our heads down, or should I say shoulders up, heads up, instead of heads down, and focus on the goal and progress and turn nothing into something, and turn the I don't have it into let me check and let me get back to you. Or yes, I can help you with that. And so I've realized in my life how important the words that you speak are, and how revealing the words that you speak are to your situation, and how you'll maintain being stuck if you don't change your language, if you don't change your mindset. And with that comes not only just your words, but your actions. Your actions have to back the words. And I think that that's something that I've realized in my life, that it's not just about money in your hand. It's not just about the lack thereof. It's how are you talking? How are you thinking? So you can come up out of the situation. Look, we're all going to go through financial turmoil. I know people who have been rich, millionaires, who lost it all. Whether it was from infighting with the family, bad decision making as it pertains to business, just life. I know people who've gotten sick and lost everything. And so we're all going to go through situations where we have tough financial elements, but it's very important how you talk to yourself and how you think, because you can't come out of your situation financially if you keep using the phrase, I don't have it. And I know some people use it as a tactic to not have to give anyone that's close to them who might be going through a tough situation some assistance, but it's not healthy. And you want to get out of that space where you just keep saying, I don't have it. And in fact, you really want to get to a space where it's either yes or no. You don't have to play those games with people who are going through financial times, and you play the runaround game with them when they need to maybe borrow some money, and you're like, oh, let me, doing all that back and forth. It's either yes, I have it, or no, I don't have it, or yes, I don't want to give it, or no, not right now. There's so many ways to express where you are financially and still show respect to someone who might need your help. Every one of us knows someone in our families who's going to call us soon and say, hey, I'm going through a tough time. My rent, I can't pay it right now, or my car, or I don't have any money for food, or I'm in jail. Who knows? The point is that ultimately, if you keep using the wrong phrases, you'll keep making the wrong decisions and you won't set yourself up for success. This is what I believe. This is what I know. This is what I've seen. And I've seen people do it their entire lives. I don't have it. And because they kept using that phrase, they never had it. They never got it. So as you speak, the words that come out of your mouth are very revealing. So I wanted to come and share that. I don't have to beat that into the ground, beat that horse. But I will say this again. I want to make this channel a place where people can come to and express their financial challenges, and we discuss economics and how we can all glean from each other who have a similar reality in terms of core values and what it takes to make adjustments in our lives and grow financially. And sometimes talk about theories and things that are going on that many people shy away from discussing. So I want that to be this type of place. And I understand that sometimes when you're making content, it's not always going to be for everyone. And yeah, when you're a content creator, you look at the numbers and you say to yourself, man, I want more and more people to check out the content. But ultimately, if I have one person every time I post who gains value out of what I'm talking about, that matters to me. And I know that if I keep doing this, the channel is going to continue to grow and I'll be able to help more and more people. But also, I know through the channel growing, I'm going to get help from those who know more than I know. I'm going to learn from you and what you're able to tell me about economics and finance. I spent most of my life playing sports. I went to college, I got a bachelor's degree, then I got a master's degree. And I worked in corporate America. Then I got sick of corporate America and I started working for myself. And I never looked back. It's been 7 years almost now. And so I'm in a place in my life where I believe in being self-employed, working for myself, employing people, blessing people through the opportunities I create. That's what I'm passionate about. And you can be passionate about something completely different. But I hope that as you engage with me on this channel, you are of like mind, and the biggest thing that you want to do is help others. Because ultimately, that's what I'm focused on, is helping other people. And yes, I do admit that in the process of helping, when it seems that people aren't paying you any attention, does that bother you? Can it bother you? Sure. But you don't stop. You keep going. I won't stop. I will keep going. I will keep talking about things that I think and know matter, and I will not stop. And I continually want to thank each and every one of you who have watched any videos of mine in the past, who will watch this video, and will watch the videos that I do in the future. The show doesn't stop. And as I always say, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time.